My name is Noviyani. Here I will explain about the strategy hierarchy case study. PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera is a national company engaged in the food and beverage sector, especially in the production of snacks such as chips and soft drinks. In managing its business, the company applies the concept of a strategic hierarchy consisting of 3 levels, namely corporate strategy, business unit strategy, and functional strategy. At the corporate strategy level, PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera implemented a diversification strategy by expanding its business into the healthy food sector. This step was taken in response to the growing trend of healthy lifestyles among the public. One of the implementations is the acquisition of a small company that produces organic food. Furthermore, at the business unit strategy level, one of the company's units called MJS Snack implemented a product differentiation strategy. This unit launched premium cassava chips with unique flavors such as truffle cheese and rindong, aimed at attracting upper-middle-class consumers while differentiating their products from local competitors. This strategy aims to strengthen the product's position in the market and improve the competitiveness of the business unit. At the functional strategy level, each department has an important role in supporting the success of the higher strategy. For example, the marketing department implements digital campaigns through social media platforms such as TikTok and Instagram to increase brand awareness and new product sales. Meanwhile, the human resources department runs training programs and reward systems for employees to improve productivity and operational efficiency. With integrated strategies at all levels, PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera is able to grow its business sustainably and face the challenges of competition in the food and beverage industry. The success of PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera in implementing the strategic hierarchy cannot be separated from the management's ability to align the company's vision and mission with concrete actions at every level of the organization. The corporate strategy set becomes the main guideline for all business units to move in the same direction, while the business unit strategy provides room for each business line to develop its own competitive advantage. Furthermore, the functional strategy ensures that all operational activities run efficiently and support the achievement of both short-term and long-term targets. This coordinated strategy implementation also creates synergies between parts of the company. For example, collaboration between the marketing and production teams allows for faster and more targeted new product launches. In addition, the use of data analytics in the decision-making process reinforces the evidence-based approach, further enhancing the effectiveness of the strategy. The company also regularly evaluates performance at each level of the strategy to adjust business measures to market dynamics and consumer preferences. With a comprehensive strategic hierarchy approach, PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera is not only able to survive the intense industry competition, but also successfully grow and innovate sustainably. This case study shows that understanding and implementing strategy in layers from corporate to functional is an important key in realizing competitive advantage and long-term success of a company. Going forward, PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera is also committed to continuously developing future-oriented strategies by utilizing advances in digital technology and more in-depth market analysis. The company has begun integrating an enterprise resource planning (ERP) system to facilitate coordination between departments, as well as using artificial intelligence (AI) in forecasting market trends and consumer behavior. This step is part of the digital transformation strategy in response to the times and increasingly dynamic consumer needs. In addition, the company has also begun to apply the principle of sustainability in every strategic decision, starting from the selection of environmentally friendly raw materials, reducing production waste, to empowering local communities as business partners. This strategy not only creates added value for the community, but also shapes the company's positive image in the eyes of the public. On the other hand, the company actively establishes strategic partnerships with MSME players to expand the distribution network and open opportunities for collaborative product innovation. By continuously updating and adjusting the strategy at each level of the hierarchy, PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera shows how the organization can move adaptively while remaining structured. This proves that implementing a good strategy hierarchy is not rigid, but dynamic and able to keep up with changes in the business environment. In carrying out all these strategies, PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera also pays close attention to the aspects of coordination and communication between sections. Management regularly holds cross-divisional meetings to ensure that every strategy designed can be implemented properly in the field. For example, before launching a new product, the marketing team will first discuss with the production and finance departments to ensure the availability of raw materials, production capacity, and promotion budget. This collaborative approach aims to minimize the risk of strategy failure and improve implementation efficiency. Not only that, the company also began to develop an organizational culture that supports innovation and openness to change. Employees at various levels are given training and opportunities to convey creative ideas that can support business development. In fact, the company provides a reward and recognition program for teams or individuals who have made a significant contribution to the achievement of strategic targets. This strengthens the implementation of functional strategies while encouraging the creation of a positive and productive work environment. In addition to its internal focus, PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera also expands its strategic influence through active involvement in social activities and community partnerships. One of the flagship programs run is entrepreneurship training for local MSMEs as a form of the company's support for regional economic development. With this external strategy, the company not only expands its network and market influence, but also builds a reputation as a business entity that cares about social sustainability. The impact of implementing an effective strategy hierarchy is evident in PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera's improved performance. In recent years, the company has recorded consistent sales growth and increased customer loyalty, especially after the launch of innovative products targeting the youth market and health-conscious consumers. The differentiation strategy implemented by the business units has successfully created added value in the eyes of consumers, while business diversification at the corporate level has reduced dependence on a single market segment. On the operational side, the integrated functional strategy resulted in efficient use of resources and accelerated the production to distribution process. Furthermore, sustainability strategies that are integrated into all business lines have a positive influence on the company's reputation in the eyes of the public, investors, and partners. The involvement of local communities, the use of environmentally friendly materials, and the transparency of sustainability reports are indicators that PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera does not only focus on profit, but also pays attention to people and planet aspects. This strengthens the company's position as a modern organization that is ready to face global challenges and become a pioneer in ethical and responsible business practices. Although the results of strategy implementation showed a positive trend, PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera still faced a number of challenges in the implementation process. One of the main challenges is the coordination gap between the strategy formulated at the managerial level and its implementation at the operational level. It is not uncommon for miscommunication to occur between leaders and implementing staff, especially when there are rapid changes in strategy in response to market dynamics. This has led to some initiatives not running optimally or even experiencing delays in execution. In addition, other challenges come from limited resources, both in terms of budget, technology, and human resources with specialized competencies. Digital transformation, for example, requires substantial investment and ongoing training for employees to adapt to the new system. In some cases, resistance to change is also an obstacle, especially from employees who have been working for a long time and are accustomed to conventional methods. Companies must also be able to maintain a balance between innovation and quality control. When focusing on the speed of innovation and new product launches, sometimes the quality control aspect becomes neglected. Therefore, management continues to strive to establish a strict monitoring system without hampering the creativity of the product development team. On the external side, increasingly fierce market competition and rapid changes in consumer preferences are unavoidable challenges. PT Maju Jaya Sejahtera must continue to conduct regular market research and maintain strategic flexibility to remain relevant to market needs. In the midst of many substitute products and the emergence of new competitors, maintaining customer loyalty is a struggle in itself. Moreover, this case study underscores the importance of involving all elements of the organization in the process of strategy planning and implementation. Success is not only determined by the direction set by top management, but also by the active participation of all employees in translating strategies into concrete actions on the ground. Therefore, Building an organizational culture that is open, responsive to change, and results-oriented is an important element that cannot be ignored. PT Maju Jayasajadara's experience also provides a lesson that strategy is not a static document, but a framework that must be continuously reviewed, updated, and adjusted to the ever-changing external conditions. With a commitment to continuous learning, innovation, and sustainability, the company demonstrates that an effective strategy hierarchy is not just a theory, but a practical tool to create a resilient and visionary organization. Finally, consistent implementation of the strategy hierarchy is not only the foundation for achieving short-term goals, but also a bridge to achieving the company's long-term vision. PT Maju Jayasajadara has proven that with a directed, integrated, and adaptive strategy, a company is able to grow into a competitive, sustainable business entity and contribute significantly to society. With all the achievements and processes undertaken, PT Maju Jayasajadara not only represents a company that successfully manages strategy hierarchically, but also reflects the spirit of innovation, collaboration, and high adaptability in the modern business world. The company is able to demonstrate that strategy is not just a managerial tool, but the heart of every decision and action taken, both on a large scale and in daily operations. More importantly, this case study provides a clear illustration that the success of a company in a challenging era like today is not enough to rely solely on the strength of capital and superior products. The key lies in how the company is able to develop a comprehensive strategy, integrate it into all lines of the organization, and foster strategic awareness in all its human resources. Thank you for watching.